Yes, good morning. It's so nice to be back again. Now we're moving to another lesson for quarter 1 week 5, and this is all about outlining reading text. Okay, so this is your teacher mix, your EAPP teacher. Okay, let's try to proceed. What are the objectives to be attained for this week? Let's try to look at it. Define what an outline is, discuss the components of outlining, um, comprising to these are the types of outline, the formats of outline, the characteristics of and general forms of outline, and then describe a written text of the students and recognize potential text written by them in a class. And then recognize one potential text written by the students and have it in a form of outline. Okay, let's try to move on for this. Okay, before I showcase the next slide, I would like to solicit some kind of answer from you on what is your understanding about outlining. Okay. Perhaps at this point you are still thinking why outlining is very much essential when it comes in writing. Actually, outlining is also considered another form of technique in generating ideas when you think that you're really having a hard time to write down something on a piece of paper. Because when you have your outline, it seems you are actually framing out the plan that you would like to attain for something, especially in a writing process. So is very much important. Not only to the point that you would like to generate your ideas in a form of outline, but this could also serve as a guide for you in order for you to be able to direct the purpose of writing that you would like to say and express to your prospect readers or audience. Okay, so again, as we are defining it informatively, what an outline is, it served to be as a blueprint of what is going to be planned. For example, when you are building a house, it's not only a matter of building it. You need to create a plan for it in order to make the foundations more durable and more effective. So same thing in writing. Even though you are a good writer, and even a writer at once, sometimes there is really a need for you to have this what you call outline, primarily because it will probably guide you and lead you on how you can put your ideas together in a well organized manner. Because when you are looking at the outline, you are basically guiding yourself what is going to be written down in the introductions, in the main body, and at the same time in the conclusions of your writing works. That is the main purpose of having an outline. The second one, it is served to be as a skeletal framework for your plan. So even though you haven't started writing something, you have already your skeletal framework. The plan is already in the mind as you are about to start, or you haven't started it yet because the plan is already provided prior. Okay, it is a guide for your writing purpose. So of course, generally, it is served to be as a guide for the writing purpose because it is a blueprint for your intentions in your writing work. Okay, that's what an outline means for informative aspect. Let's continue. I would like to acquaint yourself with these terminologies that are going to be learned when you are making an outline. So you need to learn these pointers. As far as topic outline is concerned, this is a form or this is a type of outline where it dwells most likely with the phrases, with the words, or with the clause, uh, the outline that you are providing, they are not made up of sentences, but rather they are just fragment. It can be a phrase fragment or a clause fragment. So, meaning to say, these are not complete sentences. They are just merely group of words, but they don't express a complete thought. And that's what the topic outline is. On the other way around, we have this another type of outline, and that is in the form of sentence outline. From the word itself, sentence, all your item, provided item for an outline are all expressed in a sentences because it calls for it purpose, sentence outline. And then we also have this alphanumeric is a format in outline where you can be used in order to identify what are those details having labeled as main idea, subheading or subtopic or major details, minor details, and lesser details. All of those details that supports the minor details, the major details, and the main idea going up to the thesis statement are all incongruent. They are working together to be able to practice the different characteristics of outlining, and these are identified as coordination, parallelism, subordination, and also division. Before I proceed to those characteristics, I would like to continue the other format for outlining, and this is in a form of decimal outline. The decimal outline, what makes it differ, how it differs from alphanumeric. The only difference is that when it comes in decimal outline, they are all made up of numbers. And there is always an intentions when they are after with the sub-heading of a certain details or a main topic. They're not supposed to be presented vertically or aligned vertically. Because it's a different way if you are going to arrive and come up into that form of outline. If they are under with the major detail, with the minor detail, and lesser detail, they should probably be indented, not aligned together from the main topic going down to the lesser details. Okay, and most likely, the first letter of the word are all written in capital letter. If they are topic outline, and if they are sentence, it should always ended up with a period. Okay, now let's proceed to the quality or characteristic of an outline. The division is leveling up in a similar and balanced pattern. So if they are properly divided, for example, if you're talking about the rules and policies of the school in SBSF, what do you think are those rules and policies that you need to be aware of? Okay, for example, the prescribed wearing of uniform, and also students' behavior that are supposed to be adhered by the students as they are in the school or even outside the school, being a presentient student as well. Okay, we also have this coordination. The thoughts are coordinated in a balanced way. So uh, there is a congruency of ideas, is the details for main idea support the main idea number one. Also the details for main idea number two do support the main idea number two. So samples will be provided later on. And then the next one is what you call parallelism. The parallelism structure is a process of making the words balance. It's the structure of a sentence where all words are in balance. If they are noun phrase, noun phrase. If they are adjectival phrase, adjectival phrase. I would like to cite an example. For example, I love to sing, to dance, and playing. What makes the word that make it in balance? The word playing. So to make it balance, I love to dance, to sing, and to play. So they are parallelism structure in the form of infinitive phrase but function as noun phrase. Why they are functioning as noun phrase? Because to play, to dance, and to sing are functioning as direct object. What do you love? What I love, to sing, to dance, and to play. Who love to sing, to dance, and to play, and that is I. Therefore, to sing, to dance, and to play, they are infinitive phrase in form, but noun phrase in function. Okay, let's continue. Okay, then we also have this, it can also be expressed in the other, or it can also be observed in the other example around on how parallelism structure can be done. The sentence can also be converted in this way. I love singing, dancing, and playing. That's also grammatically correct. And that is also parallelism by noun phrase. Okay. Then we have this subordinations. Level of significance uses major and minor details. Do all the words, details that you put in the lesser details are the real details that will support the minor details, and minor details support the major details, and major details support the main idea. So, do they support each other? If not, you have to take a look at and go over with the content of the outline created or written by the writer. Okay. And then writing an outline, make a plan before writing the drop. You are when you are writing an outline, the plan is about to be is already completed before writing the reading text. Okay, that's writing an outline. Before writing the first drop, assessing the drop, you have to have it on your hand, your prepared outline, and that is writing an outline. And then the other one is reading the outline, is the opposite of writing the outline. You are going to write a reading text, and then after completing the reading text, you have to write an outline based from the reading text. Okay, we will be using the kind of activity that we had in our previous meeting about thesis statement, and it will be served as a springboard for the presentation. Okay. All right. So this is now the summary of what I just read and pointed out about the things that you need to remember. And those are the types of outline, the topic in the sentence, the formats of outline, that's alphanumeric and decimal, the characteristic of outline, division, coordinations, parallelism, structure, and the forms of outline. In general, we have writing outline and reading outline. Okay, let's try to cite an example of this. I hope you can probably see this one, and the title is all about. It's all about rules and regulation of the school in SBSF. Rules and regulation in the school of SBSF. Okay, the main topics that were actually pointed out here are the prescribing uniform of the school among senior high school in SBSF, and then followed by the positive attitude of the students or the students' behavior, I guess, proper grooming, attendance of the students, and success of the rules and regulations implemented in the school of SBSF. So those are all main topics that will support the thesis, rules and regulation in a school of SBSF. Okay, when it comes in prescribing uniform, the major details that will support that is the having a white blouse among female, where they will be also wearing a vest and also skirt with the dark gray color. Of course, accompanied to that is the ribbon maroon color among girls, and then among females they would have this white polo with dark gray color of vest and also pants with maroon necktie. So added to this, they are also requiring to have this what you call black shoes, glossy black shoes, and also white socks. So these are very much important in among students in the school of in SBS, primarily because this will serve as an identification of the students where they are actually attending their schooling in their high school, uh, secondary course, or even in their lower secondary high school. That's the junior high school, and the upper secondary, that's the senior high school. Okay, for another main idea, we also have this proper grooming. Of course, when you are in a school, you are also being observed on how you are, how do you look like? Are you having this proper grooming? What makes proper grooming look like? So, of course, you are well dressed, um, and being a well dressed, you look neat and tidy as well. And then you have a well cut hair. If you have a well cut hair, obviously you're pleasing to look at, and there's so many things to be observed when you're having a good a well cut hair. Okay, and then the next main idea is something to do with proper with okay with what you call positive positive attitude. Of course, positive attitude is actually being employed among schools. It's not the negative attitude that we are looking forward among our students, but the positive attitudes. And some of these positive attitudes, like for example, being respectful, being courteous, and being polite, and also being honest. Okay, being respectful to the elders. That every time, as you are in the school premises, no matter what kind of status you are dealing with, you need to pay respect to the elders. Okay, being a student of SBSF High School. And then the other one, being courteous and being polite, you're always adhering that kind of quality. Being a consentient, the use of po and opo is always expected to our students to pay respect to the elders. And the last one among students' positive attitude is all about uh, being honest. Okay, the sense of being honest is just like when you have found something that is not really belong to you, you have to put or return it in the lost and found division or to the guidance office, and that subject and that object or subject you have found are subjected for return to the original owner. It will probably be announced to the GC of all faculty members and asking her students if they have lost something of their belongings. And then whoever is the concerned owner of that, it will be given back to him or her, coming from the lost and found division or from the guidance office. And that is a way of practicing being honest and being truth. Another, we also looking up with the attendance of the students. Of course, in that attendance where you are avoiding making and absences and tardiness, you're always observing punctuality as well, and avoiding making absences as well. And then the last one is success of the rules and implementations. When these rules and implementations are going to be occurred successfully, of course, you will be making yourself as a student of SBSF more proudly of yourself, and being a Pransentian, you are proud of yourself being a Pransentian. So I think this is a kind of informations that you would like to bring it out among other people if you are writing in some kind of article concerning the rules and regulations in the school of SBSF on how it was being implemented, it was being employed to the students, and how do they follow it and being practiced inside and outside the school premises for them to be recognized and identified that they are a presentant students. Okay. So this example is an example of topic outline. Now, using the same example, I just converted those phrases into sentence to make it a sentence outline. Okay, between the two types of outline, on the second example is a sentence outline. And all you have to do is notice the example. They are expressed in sentences. I just added some phrases to make a complete sentence. And then going back to the previous example, this one, okay, these are made up of phrases. So, and also, if you're going to take a look at those figures used, like Roman number one, uppercase letters, and then Arabic numerals, Arabic numbers, all of these are intended for alphanumeric format of an outline. And then the second one, which is a sentence outline, I've used the decimal outline where I have this 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, etc. So these are examples that you need to see and look at when you are preparing an outline for your writing purpose. Okay? You need to be consistent with your format, either alphanumeric or decimal format for an outline, and also topic outline or sentence outline. There should no mixing of types of outline. If it is topic outline, and if it is sentence outline. Okay? All right. I hope you did follow for this. Okay, so in 2 minutes, I would probably instructing you to create an outline from with those jumble words that I actually submitted or provided in your GC. Okay, and then present this as a springboard, discuss the content, and then discuss the outline in general. So 1 to 4, 2 to 5, and group 3 to 6 will do the necessary presentation in the class. Okay, so later on we will be hearing from those groups mentioned. Okay, let's try to proceed with the sample. Okay, assuming this is already the sample that you have. Okay, but before that, I would like you to have a screenshot for this because this is the activity that you are probably going to discuss later on with those group mentioned. Okay, and then this is now the text that you have just completed uh, with the one that we had about the text written by the students. Okay, the text written by the students. Okay, it's all about the impact of flooding in SBSF. Okay, if you're going to take a look at this was already presented to you in your GC, and I would want you to actually, we just started working on this in our classroom where different ideas coming from your mouth was solicited, and then we came up into an essay having the introductions, the main body, and also the conclusion, of which the body was actually started in a form of narrative where we started telling the story what was exactly happened during August 5, 2024, which was our first day of FTF classes because our July 29 we did not able to make it because our school at that time was still underwater. So we had our face-to-face classes August 5 or in person, and we made up an essay writing for that where most of the answers that we wrote down on this essay were solicited from the students. The impact of flooding in SBSF. Okay, so as you are visiting the YouTube where I uploaded this, I hope you will probably be going to analyze deeply. How are you going to come up into a text using this springboard for your performance task number 3? Okay. All right. And then this is going to be presented in your class. Okay, so what do you think will be the main idea? What are the major details, the minor details as well? Present it in a form of alphanumeric outline and having a topic outline because there is no such sentences provided for this example. They are all present clause fragment. Okay, and then again the drill will come up again just like the way it was assigned. 1 and 4, you will arrange the jumble words, and then 2, 5, discuss the content, and then 3 and 6, discuss the outline in general. And then this is the rubric to be followed. Okay, so concerning the written outline that you're going to get from the reading text written by the students in the class. Okay. All right, so that's it. Okay, anyone from the class also, or I will be also asking you to make a recap of what I have just presented here for this outlining a reading text. Okay, all right, grateful for having amazing time for all of you. Thank you. This is Teacher Mix, and have a nice day to all. Have a nice day. Thank you for watching and listening.